What's going on? We are officially live. Let's see how long it takes for somebody to click in on here, because I think you have to press the bell now. I think it's so ridiculous the way that YouTube has been set up. They had such a great idea and concept, and little by little they keep taking parts away. Like they took the video responses away, different layouts, and now the YouTube editor is going away. You got the flag ad system thing going, and now I can't. Just everything that they do, like you have to press the bell to get all the notifications instead of just subscribing, which is how it should be. You should get all the notifications that way. Midwest Money, what's up? Hello. First commenter, what's going on? What's up, man? Rory. How's everybody doing tonight? I went next door to my neighbor's place because my neighbor, she hurt her back, and she's like really skinny, like maybe like, I don't know, 100 pounds or something like that. So I help her with her garbage and stuff. I bring out the garbage, and while we're outside talking, there's like a drone overhead, and the drone, like we were out there for like a half an hour talking, the drone was like going way down the street. We could see it because I had like these red lights on. It was super weird and creepy. I think I've seen too many like specials on like, you know, TV, like Nightline and stuff like that. So I was like, are they looking in windows? Are they trying to steal packages? What kind of weird terrorist stuff is going on? I don't know, but it was definitely really weird. At one point they were like the drone was like right overhead of us, and she got like all freaked down. She went to go run inside. I'm like, it's all right, it's all right. She just texted me actually if I want to have some peaches with her to come back over. Well, now I'm doing a live stream video with you guys. What's up, Blu-Ray Get in 07? That's an awesome name, by the way. Jerry Ledbetter says, hello, you're still interested in Apocalypto? I am. Fruity Gangster, which is that name cracks me up every time I see it. What's the drink of the choice tonight, brother? The drink of the choice tonight is sparkling lemon Poland Spring water. I actually had a terrible headache today. I guess it's a migraine. It's like I was seeing spots and I could barely see, and then like my head was just pounding. It's like I have a residual headache now, so I'm just trying to flush my system and keep it clean today. Guy Fieri, I love that you're always on here. Every time, I dig it, man. Have you seen the new Mummy movie? I did. Again, I'm a fan of Tom Cruise. I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm a big fan of his. I have been since I was a little kid. He's done so many amazing movies that I've been a big fan of personally. My second favorite movie of all time is a Tom Cruise movie. Yeah, I agree. I thought that, you know, Rory, I was talking about the drones before. I thought the drones were illegal, at least in certain areas. I know they were going to do, Amazon was going to do the drone delivery, but they didn't do that. And I know in other countries they do like drone bombings and stuff where they use the drone to drop bombs and crap. So they do, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know the specifics, but I saw a special on it a long time ago where like people were using it to like be creepers. But 41 Ronin, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Jerry Ledbetter, you know what's up, man. Do you got advice for going back to school? Have fun. Again, one of the things I think, I'm not sure if it was you or somebody asked before, have a good balance of, you know, being studious and also having fun. I lived in my fraternity house in college, so but I was also one of those people that like I didn't really have to study a lot. I always did pretty well in school, so that was just one of those things where it kind of came natural to me. But I definitely partied a lot. I kind of wish I would have balanced it a little bit more. So that's one thing. I mean, have fun, but also, you know, get yourself an education. What are you looking for to trade for Apocalypto? I definitely want Apocalypto on Blu-ray in my life. Guy Fieri says, I got some St. Arnold Oktoberfest flavored beer today. Nice. Very cool. I haven't had the St. Arnold one yet. I don't know if that's a regional thing or not, but I'll have to look for that. Steven Castero, what's going on? Just picked up some movies from Goodwill. What did you pick up? Domestic Disturbance. What one is... Obviously, I know what it's about, but who's in that one? Reindeer Games is one that I haven't seen in a while. I remember liking that one with Ben Affleck. 8 Below was a fun kind of family movie. Invictus was really good. That was a strong one. Someone shot your drone out of the sky. Well, you know what? I don't know what you were doing with your drone, but it's because of all the people doing creepy, weird stuff that your drone got shot out of the sky for. Nobody wants to feel like they're being creeped on. So, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit weird. Like, in this drone that was outside, we were out there talking for like a half an hour. I was out there the whole time, going above all these different houses, going above us. So it was kind of being a weird nuisance as well. So, of course, it's going to, you know, people are going to be paranoid about that. And I don't know, I felt like after that long of a time, it wouldn't have been a fun thing that they were doing it for. There was some kind of objective behind it. 8K Films, what's up, man? Saw you were selling on the job. What were your thoughts on that movie? I think it was one of those ones where they were saying it was like based on a true story thing and true events. And there's my dog over there. But I remember it being decent. I saw it like a long time ago now. But I remember it had some good tension and some good sequences in there. I think it was they were in the jail, and it was about like I think they let criminals out to do like hits or something like that. I thought it was decent, but not when I'm not sure if I would revisit it anytime soon. I'm trying to thin out my collection to just movies I can see myself watching in like the next year. And I say that with like, you know, stacks of movies behind me. 8K Films, happy early birthday to you. My favorite movie of the year so far, that's tough. I don't know if I've seen too many that have really blown me away as of yet. There's still some that I want to see, like Ghost Story seemed like a cool concept. I want to check that one out. There's a few others I want to check out still. So far, I don't know if anything has really blown me out of the water this year. Every year I usually wait until like December, and then I go on like a binge of watching movies, because that's usually when like all the limited releases, independent films, and foreign films come over here. So I usually watch the majority of the movies, and those ones end up typically being my favorites. Yeah, Tobe Hooper, definitely a big loss. And I know horror fan 88 on here, he got to meet Tobe Hooper, and he actually offered to get an autograph for me, and I didn't get back to him in time. I wasn't sure what one to get, and now I really regret it because Tobe Hooper was there. I think my favorite Tobe Hooper movie is Life Force, then Funhouse, then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and then the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre would be like my fourth favorite film from Tobe Hooper. Yeah, let me know if there's any recommendations for movies for me to check out from this year, 2017, that you thought are like exceptional and like, you know, best movie of the year choices for you. Have you heard they're making a new... Yes, I did. I heard about the new Hatchet film, and I'm personally really excited about it. Victor Crowley. I love Adam Green and the whole the Hatchet series. Hatchet 2 for me was the weakest one. Hatchet 2 was basically, you know, awesome to have Danielle Harris there, but it's really like 2 kills. Besides those 2 kills that were really like phenomenal kills, great gore effects, the rest of the movie was kind of the weakest of the bunch by far for me. But I love the first one, and the third one was a lot of fun. If you're a fan of the series, they brought back a lot of characters and had a bunch of other different well-known horror icons in there. Absolutely love that one. It's just a fun time. So I'm really excited for that one. And hopefully Jeepers Creepers 3 will happen. Some people were saying it was canceled. I don't think it's canceled. It just got, you know, there's picketers and protests against, you know, obviously what the director did. To me, I think is unforgivable, but I am a fan of his films. It's kind of one of those things. I became a fan of his films, and then I found out what he did. It comes out on the 8th, so might go see it for my birthday. What one? Oh, the Hatchet one? That'd be pretty cool. I didn't even know it was 80s Horror Fan 88. I was just talking about you. How you got to meet Tobe Hooper, and unfortunately he just passed away. And I had the opportunity because you offered to get an autograph, and I really wish I would have done that now, especially since he's no longer around, which is terrible. What did you get from him signed, by the way? Lowriders. I'll have to check that one out. I have heard of it. You should check out the trailer for the new Vince... it's so funny you say that, Guy Fieri. I took a screenshot, because I go on IMDb like every day, and I saw that was on there, and I was actually going to... I took a screenshot so I can remind myself to check the trailer out. I was at work before. It's directed by the guy who made Bone Tomahawk. I love Bone Tomahawk, a great horror western, which had the craziest kill, at least in a long time that I've seen. I did see Get Out. Yes, I like Get Out a lot. I think it did have some flaws, but I like the concept behind it. I wanted a little bit more from the ending as well, but I can understand the hype around it for sure. Baby Driver. Yeah, I did hear a lot of hype. You know, it's funny. I heard so many people rave about Baby Driver and then just like nothing. I haven't heard anybody talk about that movie in like a few weeks, I feel like. What is going on with Jeepers Creepers 3? Yeah, they canceled the screening because they're protesters. They haven't canceled the movie. I've heard some people like post videos and stuff on here and talk about it saying it was canceled. The movie itself isn't canceled, but they canceled the like screenings for it because the protesters, and rightly so. The director Victor Salva, when he did the movie Funhouse, he molested the child actor, and he took a video of it, and he went to jail for it, and he admitted to it. Sam Rockwell was in that movie too, Clown House, not to be confused with Tobe Hooper's Funhouse, Clown House. So yeah, Victor Salva went to jail for that, and I was really shocked. I thought that would be like a blacklist thing, but then he came out and did like Powder and did a bunch of other movies, and Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. But then you look at the history of Hollywood, Bryan Singer throwing his parties with young kids and stuff, young boys, and then even Woody Allen and Roman Polanski and Bill Cosby, like all the different depraved stuff you heard about, stuff with kids involved on the Disney Channel, Nickelodeon Channel. So it's an unfortunate, tragic thing, especially when kids are that young. For me, that's unforgivable. So I'm kind of torn because, again, I love Jeepers Creepers. It's one of my favorite American horror movies of recent times. I know it came out like 17, 18 years ago or something now, but love the heck out of that movie. So I'm really kind of torn. I do want to see a full franchise for the Creeper. I think he's a horror icon, and he deserves a full franchise. Maybe another director can come on board. I don't know if like Victor Salva has some kind of rights for the franchise or something like that. But I think if there's going to be all that kind of with him attached to it, it's going to bring a lot of negativity to the films, which is unfortunate. It. Okay, sorry. Yeah. The new It film actually does look good. I'm going to rewatch the miniseries probably this weekend. The original one. The new Vince Vaughn movie. Yeah, the new Vince Vaughn movie, that looks, just the shot that I saw. I'm looking forward to checking the trailer out. What's up, SM? I got Life Force Quad. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Life Force is my favorite from Tobe Hooper, then Funhouse, then TCM2, and then the original Texas Chainsaw Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, Clown House for me is one of those movies where the DVD got recalled and it had tons of buzz because of what happened. I always thought that movie was garbage, like hot garbage. It was gross. You could tell the director was a creep because it's got little kids walking around. Like the kid that he molested was like in his underwear for like the majority of the movie. I was like, just freaking creepy. I know Sam Rockwell was in there. The clowns were okay creepy, but it was just very generic and nothing special. I know a lot of people love it, but I think it's more so the hype, and then the movie got recalled, the DVD release for it, so it's out of print. It goes for like ridiculous money. 80s Horror Fan said he's coming to the U.S. in 4 weeks, Florida. I can't wait. Be able to target. Yeah, definitely. That's awesome, man. I hope you have fun. Florida is nowhere near me. I'm at the top of North America right there. Jersey. I'm going to rewatch the miniseries on the 7th so I can see the new one on the 8th. That's awesome for it. And I'm actually trying to figure out what movie. There's my dog right there just chilling on the floor. I've got the windows open. It's beautiful outside. It's like fall weather. I'm trying to figure out what movie to watch tonight. I think I'm going to watch The Killer Inside Me, which I have not seen this one. It looks kind of detective thriller noir-esque with Casey Affleck on there. And I think I think his wife filed for divorce, which is unfortunate. And the whole thing with Brie Larson, I think that was kind of a douchey move on Brie Larson's part, regardless of sanctimonious whatever thing that she thinks she's doing. You don't know for certain what happened with that case with Casey Affleck. So Jessica Alba's in here, who's absolutely one of the most beautiful women ever that have probably in the history of the world. Kate Hudson's also very stunning. She's in here too. But let me know if anybody has seen The Killer Inside Me. I'm trying to figure out what to watch tonight, and that's leading the list. I still need to watch Rob Zombie's 31, which I've been putting off watching that for like ages now. But I do need to watch that soon. I've got a ton of movies that I need to watch. There was something else that I was gonna. Oh yeah, Born in China just came in. This looks like it's gonna be a nice, kind of like animal National Geographic kind of thing. These ones are always a little bit shorter, only 79 minutes. So, Jessica Jones season 1, which I haven't seen. I'm looking forward to checking that one out too. Let me know if that show's any good, if anybody's seen that. But I guess I'll go ahead and do like kind of a room tour / collection tour as well. Over here in this corner is like all my horror DVDs. I got rid of a ton. Like I got rid of like a full bookcase worth. So there's some of that right there. I wish this would get a. This is a bootleg. Fangoria's Weekend of Horrors. I think that might have been like the first one where they go around the convention. I thought that was just a really awesome like look, and I wish more conventions would do that too. They can make like a few bucks on that as well. Go around the convention, each convention, and like make a movie out of it, essentially a documentary kind of style, and interview some of the celebrities there and get some maybe fan experience in there too. I think it's kind of like for people who go to the conventions, they probably appreciate and want to pick it up, kind of a memento of that time. But yeah, here's the horror DVD collection. The ones that I have pulled out are ones that I want to check out, like Coffin Rock is another one I want to check out, an IFC one. I think it's an Australian film, and I love Australian movies, especially with the outback setting and stuff. There's Snowtown Murders down there too. But here's some of my IFC ones. I always thought Mutants is like one of the most underrated horror movies. I'm going to do an underrated horror movie list coming up, and Mutants is definitely going to be on there. A French infected movie. There's a couple movies with the same title, but that's the one that I think is phenomenal. Here's just a regular DVD, bunch of DVDs and DVDs over there. I've got like a whole nother probably bookcase and a half worth of DVDs that I have in a box. And here's some Blu-rays in this corner right here. And here's some more Blu-rays and box sets and stuff. And some Christmas tins. And here's like a lot of the stuff that just came in recently. And here's some 4K titles. This is a company I don't hear a lot of people talk about, Film Movement. They put out some great releases like The Quiet Earth, Once Were Warriors, New Zealand film. Both of those are amazing, but they do a lot of really good films. Here's a few more from them over here. But definitely a great company to check out if you're into cinema. There's the classic Tommy Boy Holy Shnikes edition with the Chris Farley bobblehead doll. It's a Best Buy exclusive. The Watchmen set, and there's the Ricky Bobby Best Buy exclusive set with the talking bobblehead from Talladega Nights. And there's the Planet Earth Globe, the V for Vendetta set, the Underworld set, which I believe the Underworld one was a Best Buy exclusive too. So that's that side, and then over here is, let's go into my office area. Step into my office. Here is the rest of the collection. Up in here, there's like the bust set and stuff. All those different ones up there. And then here's all the Criterion collection. Twilight Time, Disney, and then obstructed from view are Blu-ray TV shows. And here's some different stuff just like all over the floor. Those are some ones that I'm selling over there. And there's a projector, actually. I gotta find the cords to that projector. Then we've got Steelbooks all the way there. Digibooks, Arrow Video. I have a lot more Arrow Video titles in the other room. And then, again, there's just some random stuff all stacked up all over the place. There's horror Blu-rays all right there. And then more horror Blu-rays right there, and some horror figures and pops and box sets and stuff. And I was able to meet Butch Patrick actually a year ago, I think today. I met Butch Patrick and he signed my Eddie Munster little Funko figure with Wolfie. So that was pretty cool. And then there's my Robert Englund signed Freddy Funko Pop. And I got Wolverine signed by Len Wein. It's one of the creators of Wolverine. And then that's one of my favorite sets right there, the Sleepaway Camp. And then there's the all signed up by everybody. The Red Cross Survival Kit set. And the Halloween Snow Globe VHS set. And then I've shown this one a bunch. The Japanese Hesperia Deep Red Heatbox Edition. You put your hand on it and it reveals images underneath. But a whole bunch of other goodies down there. There's the Doctor Strange. I think it was the Marvel Collector Corps Special Edition one. But yeah, let's see. I probably missed a ton of comments, so just scrolling through. Yeah, I did miss a bunch of comments. Scrolling through. Scrolling with the homies. I'm watching Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one, but I do like Freddy vs. Jason and Alien vs. Predator, but not Alien vs. Predator 2 Requiem. I hated that one. What'd you think of Killer Inside Me? I hate Rob Zombie with a passion. I like some of his stuff. Like Lords of Salem I thought was a friggin' classic up until like the last like 15 minutes or so. But I still love the movie overall. I don't mind Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I love I think it's the regular edition. I know like the Blu-ray had like the director's cut. I think the regular one with the theatrical one was better. I wasn't a fan of the Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I love House of a Thousand Corpses. Love that movie. Just scrolling through. Have you seen Black Mass? Yes, I have seen Black Mass with Johnny Depp. I thought that was a really good portrayal. I thought he did a phenomenal job acting-wise. What stores am I best to look out for when coming over for any good Scream Factories? I guess FYE is a good choice for that if you have FYE down there in Florida. Best Buy doesn't really have the one over here doesn't have a great selection for me. 31 was horrible. I just couldn't really enjoy it, but I haven't seen 31 yet. I've been putting it off because it looks like, you know, just very self-indulgent Rob Zombie. I don't know. I got that a while ago. I still haven't been able to put myself in the mood to watch it. AK Film says I'll be getting the Alien 1 through 4 box set from my girlfriend for my birthday. Well, that's an awesome gift for sure. Jessica Jones is good. Yeah, I haven't seen the TV show yet, but I have season 1 for it. How much are you able to sell used DVDs for? It really depends on the condition and you know, what movie it is. Like regular, generic, you know, mass-produced DVDs that are very common don't go for much used. What's up, Amir? How are you? You did change your channel name. You're throwing me off. You love Scream Factory and you're 10? Yikes. I couldn't, when I was younger, when I was like 7, the first horror movie I ever watched was the first original Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I watched like The Exorcist. I remember like sneaking downstairs as a kid, and I remember going to the video rental stores and seeing all the cool horror artwork on the VHS, but it's so funny how different horror movies were then to now. Like it's so much more gore going on now. So I feel like, you know, we're kind of desensitized to it, but I couldn't imagine going straight to that. It would kind of make it hard to look at older horror films and put it in perspective to see, you know, how influential they were, especially too. Just reading through here. Favorite stoner movies? I'd say Half Baked is one of my favorite, but I like the Cheech and Chong movies. They've put out a bunch. But yeah, Half Baked for me would probably be my favorite stoner movie off the top of my head. Dazed and Confused I don't really necessarily consider a stoner movie, but I do like that one. There's some stoner elements in there too. Billy Meacham, what's going on, man? How are you? What do you think about Amazon doing a reboot of the Starsky and Hutch TV series? It's just one of those things where I don't like the idea of it, but I do like James Gunn, so that's good. But it's inevitable, so... You know, it's funny, Jeepers Creepers, it's one of my favorite horror movies, American horror movies of recent years. But yeah, I've cut down my collection a ton. So it's funny, when I look at my shelves, I'm like, they look so empty. But then everybody else is like, you've got a ton of movies. As many movies as I have now, I've sold probably like double that in the past couple of years. Have you seen a movie called New World? It's a Korean... Yes, I have seen that a while ago, actually. I think I might have it still, in fact. Guilty pleasure of mine, yeah, I do like Freddy vs. Jason, Alien vs. Predator. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Requiem. Yes, I'm looking forward to Jeepers Creepers 3. I already talked about that kind of in depth. Why do you keep telling everyone you're... That is true. Bradley Wilson Trigg. I uploaded my Blu-ray collection video last week. That's pretty cool. I'll check that out. AK Films, thanks for letting me know. Rad Movie Guy, how's it going? Thoughts on The Fifth Element? I think it's friggin' amazing. I absolutely love it. I like Leon the Professional probably a little bit more, actually a lot more, but I still love The Fifth Element. I had the pleasure of meeting Don Shanks last week. That's pretty cool. Jeepers Creepers trilogy, amazing. Well, the third one hasn't come out yet. My dog is like whining to come in here, so I'll let him in. You got the recent Fifth Element Blu-ray release. I don't have the recent 4K one, but I do want to get that. I just missed out on it. So disappointing. I definitely want to get... Was it the Fifth Element that had the 4K Steelbook, or was that Leon the Professional? I know one of them was like a Best Buy exclusive. Did you check out Berlin Syndrome? I have not. I've heard of it, but I do like Teresa Palmer. Ooh. Thank you for letting me know about that, Amir. I'm going to move that up to the list now to check it out. Can't wait for the Kingsman and the Golden Circle. Yeah, that was definitely... The Kingsman was a popular one for sure. Wrigley, scooch. Scooch, bud. But let's go forth. So is anybody on... I think the only one person mentioned they saw The Killer Inside Me. Has anybody else seen that movie? Turn off the light up in here. Because Bill's adulting. But yeah, let me know if anybody's seen that movie, because that's what I think I'm going to watch tonight. I have a few other potential contenders, possibly Coffin Rock, possibly 31. I feel like I really need to be in the movie. I mean, in the mood to watch that movie, because so far I haven't been. I've had it for a while. You know, it's funny. Again, somebody mentioned you know, the amount of movies that I had. I had this girl that I'm talking to come over, and then her friend came over last night, and both the girls were looking through all my movies, and they were just, you know, the one girl was like amazed by it. I was like, you should have seen it before I cut it in half. I am parched. Forgive me. Have you checked out Death Note? No, but I've heard like every friggin' buddy talk about that one. I know Talk Movies With Us posted a review for it. Definitely check them out. One of my favorite channels on here to watch now. Very awesome. Ashley and George, shout out to you guys. Have you seen the new Steelbook for Suspiria? No, no. Actually, I take that back. I think I have seen it for was it Synapse, right? Most of their Steelbooks are pricey, but they usually go out of print pretty quickly. So I probably will end up grabbing it. I still want to get the Phenomena one. So read about it on Wikipedia. Apparently, Jessica Alba gets pleasure out of pain. I did not know that at all. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people for the Death Note. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've heard some mixed reviews, though, overall on it. You know what's up, Midwest Money. Death Note felt like Final Destination movie. Then I had mixed feelings. That I love the first Final Destination movie, and then the second was like okay for me. Then after that, for me personally, I never saw the last one though. But like I think it was like the third one that I thought was just awful. I don't buy anyone who liked the anime talking about Death Note because they hate it. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the same thing I felt with what was the recent anime one with Ghost in the Shell. Listen, I love the anime, but I feel like it didn't get a fair chance in the live-action movie with Scarlett Johansson because everybody was trying to compare it to that, and it's not going to live up to that. But you have to take it for what it is. Think of it as, you know, kind of a separate entity, but influenced by that. I thought the visuals were great, and I thought overall the Ghost in the Shell movie with Scarlett Johansson, the live-action one, was decent. It wasn't, you know, extraordinary. It's not going to be my, you know, my favorite in my top 20 of the year or anything like that. But I thought it was visually stunning. I thought it was a good movie. Obviously, the anime influenced many movies like The Matrix and stuff, so you could feel that style in there. Also had kind of like a Blade Runner style, where I'm really looking forward to the new Blade Runner movie. You should give Irreversible a revisit. I know I upset you when I said Irreversible was overrated. I saw that movie once, and I liked the first scene with the fire extinguisher. Then after that, it kind of felt like a gimmick. And the one scene that everybody talks about being so controversial, I didn't think was that crazy to me. If you've seen a bunch of movies like I Spit on Your Grave. But yeah, maybe one day I will give it a rewatch, but probably not anytime soon. I do, Vincent Cassel, I believe, was in there. I do like him. I'm not a big Gaspar Noé fan. I believe he was the director there. They're remaking... yeah, I heard, actually, it's so funny you mentioned that, Billy Meacham. We must be reading the same places. But yeah, I saw somebody talk about that too. They're remaking Lord of the Flies with an all-female cast. Warner Brothers is doing that. I might watch it depending. I don't know. We'll see. People who saw Death Note who hadn't seen the anime said it was okay, but totally inept. Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on Death Note, so... Scrolling with my homies. Yeah, I like that. If I ever get popular enough on here to create a t-shirt, I'll have to do that one. I'll have to do that as a quote for sure. Stream Gaming, what's up, man? You just had a full beard in your last video. Yeah, again, all right. For those of you who, you know, the continuity errors, right? Basically, I have a ton of videos that I have uploaded on YouTube, and I use the YouTube video editor. So I have like probably like 100 videos that I haven't edited. So there's a lot of stuff that are, you know, I'll have one time in one video, one day will be like no beard, the next one will be a beard, because I do these ones out of sequence. I have movies, like I uploaded a video like a couple days ago that I had from a year ago, and I just edited and uploaded it now because I'm trying to edit and upload as many videos as possible from the past year or so that I have on the YouTube video that I want to do for the editor, because they're taking away the YouTube video editor in a couple weeks. So expect a lot of different videos where I look different. I might be fatter, skinnier, facial hair, no facial hair. You know, it might be crappier camera quality. So if you see that, just know it's an older video. I'm sorry. I stink at editing and uploading videos in an adequate time frame. What's up, Jeff Overing? I heard that Captain Underpants. I don't know about that. I'm not really gonna look forward to checking that one out. Definitely not when I'm on my top movies to watch list. Lord of the Flies, they're gonna cast Melissa McCarthy. Oh my gosh, if that's the case, I won't watch it all. But no, I assume it's gonna be a younger cast, so thankfully she won't be in it. I can't stand Melissa McCarthy. I don't care how much you guys try to push her onto me and try to convince me that she's funny. She's just not. I just can't. They try to push her off as just like a female Chris Farley, and I just can't stand her at all. What do you use an app to keep track of what you have? I never have, but just recently I downloaded the Blu-Ray.com app, and you can like scan the barcode. So I started doing that, but I have a long way to go. I did like the first like shelf and a half, and I kind of gave up. It's like, this is gonna take forever. Sexiest actresses in your opinion, top 5. For me, Shannon Sauceman's always been like one of my top celebrity crushes. Jessica Alba, Stacey Dash from Clueless. I really liked Penelope Cruz, Selma Hayek. There's so many beautiful women out there. It's hard to choose really, but Shannon, those are a few of my favorite. Tiffany Amber Thiessen too would be on that list. I sound sick. I'm not. My throat is dry from this talking though, so I'm a bit parched. 32 people are viewing. Oh, we just lost somebody. 31. So I'm not sick, but I did have a crazy headache earlier where I was seeing spots, but feeling a little bit better right now. And yeah, I think it's just my voice is probably like that from just talking so much right now. I'm talking a mile a minute. I feel like I'm like the old Matchbox guy. Do you watch any DC TV shows? If so, which one is your favorite? I haven't watched The Flash or Arrow. I'm not sure what other ones are out there. I think there's Legends of Tomorrow, which I haven't seen either now. I've pretty much only watched the Marvel ones like Daredevil. And then, what are you doing, Wrigley? Wrigley was just like moving around over there next to me. He's just, I don't know why, he's just like chilling right there. There's my dog. That's my dog. But yeah, if there's ones that you think I should watch, I know a lot of people love Arrow and love Flash, but there's so many. I'm much more into movies than TV shows, and then I feel like I gotta binge watch them. I was watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 2, which is just buckets of blood and lots of fun if you like Dead Alive, the Evil Dead movies, Evil Dead musical. I would definitely recommend that show. Just joined That Guy with Movies. What's up? That's an awesome username, by the way. Are you looking forward to The Disaster Artist? I know I just can't place what that one is. I know I've heard the title, but I can't think of it right now. Have you heard of Happy Time Murders? It comes out next August, and it sounds awesome. I'm not familiar. What's that about? Yeah, right now, again, I use the Blu-Ray.com app to keep track of my movies. I just started logging them, so I've got a long way to go. Probably, I don't know, I think I only did like the first shelf and a half, so I've got super long way to go. I have never watched Doctor Who. Never checked it out. I know there's a bunch of different doctors. Is there like a female doctor now? I heard a lot of people complaining about that for some reason. I don't know. I bought To the Wonder. I hope I see it differently. Yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoy To the Wonder. I wasn't a big fan. I feel like Terrence Malick, a lot of his films lately, he's mastered the art of making a 2-hour movie feel like an 8-hour movie. I feel like most of the movies that he's made recently, like To the Wonder, Song to Song, like I feel like you need an intermission so you can kind of gather your sanity to see if you want to like stick out watching those movies. Like it's just so tedious to sit through. It feels like an art house film student kind of thing. Beautiful, lush cinematography, great establishing shots, but the shots just linger. It feels like the plot is secondary for his movies lately in the past like over a decade now. I felt like the same way for Tree of Life. Beautiful to look at, but the plot is secondary. Happy Time Murders is about Muppets who die and their blood is red stuffing and humans investigate the crime. Mixed feelings on that one. I've seen other, I remember, I can't remember the name of it right now, but Dustin Mills is a director. He does like a lot of low budget horror. He did a puppet movie kind of similar to that. How much is the Halloween box set with Michael Myers mask now online? Not sure, but I do have that one. I don't have the other Scream Factory Halloween box set. Yes, I love Super Troopers, so that's definitely a fun kind of stoner comedy too. Yeah, Evil Dead actually deserves a better Blu-ray treatment. There's so many movies out there that deserve re-releases because the first weren't very good. Gotham on Fox. It has James Franco. What has James Franco in from A24? I'm not familiar. Gotham from Fox. I've seen Gotham. Actually, I have seen Gotham. It 2017. Thoughts, Jay? Please answer. Well, it's not out yet, so I can't really give you my opinion on it. Comes out, I think, in a week or two. I can't remember right now, but the trailers look amazing from it. Snowman. I feel like you might have mentioned that before, but remind me again about Snowman. I hope it has snow. I'm looking forward to Wind River. That's the one movie I'm looking forward to the most. Again, I love movies with a snowy setting. And again, Native Americans as well. I do have Native American blood in me. So that's just something I've always been interested in. And it looks like a good mystery thriller. Have you seen a trailer for The Killing of a Sacred Deer? No, I have not, but I'm interested. Again, I like A24 as a studio. I actually filmed a video like right before I did this. And then I talked about A24 briefly in there. It's a really good studio that's put out some phenomenal films. Yes, I'm definitely going to see the new It movie. Scrolling with the homies. Disaster Artist is about them. Oh, okay. Now I can place it once you mention what it is. Thank you, Daredevil. I appreciate that. Yeah, The Room, to me, I know a lot of people love it because it's like so bad. It's entertaining. For me, it's just so bad. It's awful. It makes me want to vomit. So I don't know if I'm going to watch that one. If I do watch it, it's going to be not in theaters. That's for sure. Then Jeff Overing, that is a movie I want to see. Snowman is apparently about a serial killer and has a snowy setting, so that's definitely something I want to check out. Again, I love movies with a snowy setting. I wish there were more horror movies with a snowy setting. I've always wanted to see a Friday the 13th in the snow. The original Friday the 13th was shot in New Jersey, and that campground is still there, and it snows in Jersey all the time. We had crazy blizzard before. Do you remember the ABCs of Death? Yes, I do. I loved those. There were wild like VHS movies, and then the ABCs of Death. There was some really good like horror anthologies. Like, those ones were kind of mixed bags, both of them. Those series, but I like what they did with creative ideas. Mads Mikkelsen is a phenomenal actor. Yes, he was definitely great in The Hunt. How about that Texas flood? Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. I hope everybody is safe, and I wish the best for the people affected by that. I was actually born in Texas, in El Paso. Any big plans for Halloween? I want to do, if I can possibly figure out a way to do it. I need to get a new laptop and editing software, but I really want to do a video every day for the month of October, all Halloween or horror themed, where I do either like a horror movie review, horror Blu-ray updates. Excuse me, going over my complete horror Blu-ray collection, complete horror DVD collection. So many different videos I want to do for that. Maybe do like a beer review, a pumpkin-flavored food review thing, whatever stuff they have out. And then I want to do a 24-hour horror movie marathon where I do it like for a weekend and watch just horror movies and do a video about that. And then I'm going to have a Halloween party with some friends. So there's that. And then, I'll carve a pumpkin and put out decorations and hand out candy for trick-or-treaters, even though people don't really do that anymore. Yeah, I really want to do that. And then every year on here I do a collaboration video where I get different YouTubers, usually around like anywhere from 10 to 20 different YouTubers, and I have them say what movies scare them the most. And that's something fun that I've done on here for like 7-8 years now, so I think that's just something awesome. And I like doing that, doing collaborations with the community, getting the community together. So I definitely plan to do that again this year as well. And hopefully some of the new people, there's always I go back and watch some of those videos that I've done, the collaborations every Halloween. And there's so many people that are gone now that don't make videos. So every year it's like a lot of new people. How's the Polish chick? She's all right. She's working. It's one of the things, like, some people loved having the Polish chick on here. Other people's like hated, because when we got together, we kind of we get a little rowdy together. I'm glad your brother's safe in Texas. Yeah, if if you make videos on here and you want to be part of the collaboration for Halloween, absolutely. All you have to do is make a short video, usually like 10 to 15 seconds, 20 seconds like the max, because there's usually going to be a bunch of people involved, and you just say what movie scared you the most and why. It could be as a child or an adult. So pretty simple, pretty easy, but I think it's fun to do, and then I put the links down below for everybody in the video. Will Dead Alive get a new release? I certainly hope so. I'd love to see Scream Factory get their hands on that and re-release it, but I don't know, I think, was it Lionsgate that had the rights? So maybe they'll do a Vestron video one. I'd be happy with that as well. The Conor... Yeah, no, exactly. Anybody who thought Conor McGregor stood a chance, no. I think there was... Throughout the fight, Floyd was never at risk of losing the fight. He just, waited it out, waited till he was gassed, and just took advantage. And if Conor McGregor fought somebody in their prime, because Floyd Mayweather is not in his prime. He's like 40 years old. He's at the end of his career. He's retired. If he would have fought like Triple G or Canelo or somebody like that, he would have been destroyed within a round. Conor McGregor is a joke. He needs to stick to MMA. And, Nate Diaz came in there and beat his ass. So, I mean, even for MMA's sake, for UFC, I mean, he's not the best there. John Jones, I was really disappointed with what happened with him. He was a fighter that I enjoyed and just progressively went down. Even with the big win, it's kind of in jeopardy now. It's going to be tainted. Yeah, that's actually low, because over here it was going for $100. I'm not a big fan of the Saw movie, so I'm not really looking forward to the new Jigsaw one. Yes, I've watched Old Boy. I've talked about that before. I've never watched the Spike Lee one, but I love the original Old Boy. I've got the Trilogy 10. Yeah, I've got different editions of it as well. I don't think he necessarily lasted that long. I think Floyd just let him last that long. He's a defensive fighter. He's probably the best defensive boxer ever. Floyd Mayweather just essentially waited it out till he picked his time, till McGregor couldn't even lift up his gloves and defend himself properly. Yeah, you could send it through email. That's fine. Just as long as, yeah, absolutely. The Dead Alive prices on Blu-ray are ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Mayweather was essentially playing with him the whole time. That's how I felt, too. Yeah, exactly. Anybody who paid that money, like, I've said it so many times. The fight that people should have been talking about was Canelo versus Triple G. That's, like, the big fight. That should be, like, heralded as the the fight of this year or the past few years, instead of people calling it the McGregor Mayweather fight. That was more of a novelty. It was more of a exhibition. It's like a boxer fighting a bear. You know what's gonna happen in it. It's ridiculous stuff. Hi, John and Moynihan. I've got the Spike Lee version, but I love the original too. I've never seen the Spike Lee version. I haven't seen Ozark, but I've heard good things. I know Talk Movies With Us, they also reviewed that. Yeah, no, of course it made sense from everybody's point of view, perspective-wise, for the boxers, because Mayweather got like 100 million, McGregor got like 30 million, so of course it makes sense. But yeah, see, that's the thing. I hate that. As far as the YouTube, you didn't get the live notification. You gotta click the bell, which I think is dumb. If you're subscribed to somebody, you should automatically be told when their videos are uploaded or when they're going live. You shouldn't have to press a separate thing to get all of the notifications. I subscribed to somebody recently, and it's like, thank you for subscribing. If you want to get all of the notifications, click this bell. It should always be that way. Just by clicking subscribe, that's showing you're interested. You don't have to do something separate, jump through hoops. Mayweather got 300 million. I wasn't sure. I thought it was only 100 million, but yeah. Michael Phelps challenged McGregor. Yeah, it's like the whole Michael Phelps racing the shark. That was a whole jip, too. Scrolling with the homies. Absolutely. I'm going to freaking copyright that. If I see somebody else out there doing it, I'm going to come for you. Yeah, I like UFC, but again, I was really disappointed with what happened with John Bones Jones. Have you ever counted how many movies you have in the house? A lot, but I've gotten rid of a lot. As many as I have now, I've sold like double that amount in the past like year and a half, 2 years. Like I want to say in the past like probably 2 years, I've sold 7,000 DVDs and like 4,000 Blu-rays. So right now I think I have in my collection like 3,500 Blu-rays and maybe like 3,000 DVDs, but I'm actually trying to cut down the DVDs even more. I'm trying to cut down the collection in general because I'm running out of space. And if I don't, there's no reason to keep movies in my collection that I don't foresee myself rewatching again. If I can't see myself rewatching it again, then it's time to go. I've gotten rid of a ton. Absolutely. But yeah, I think I am going to get ready to go right now because I am going to pop in this movie, The Killer Inside Me, and hopefully it is decent. And I hope everybody enjoys their night. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I love doing these live streams. Whatever, it feels like 10 minutes on here every time, and it's like 45 minutes. So the time goes by like that on here. But thank you guys all for joining in. I hope you guys have a great night. Leave me some comments once this video stops going live and gets posted to YouTube, and give me some movie recommendations to check out, especially from this year, 2017, because I'm trying to compile a top list so far, and it's kind of hard to do. But hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy the rest of your night, and then good night to the people over in the UK. Take care.